There's Warriorking looking good. Okay, let's put some lights on. And we should not be collecting any science just yet. No, there's no science to collect here on the runway, but we should be able to now. Here, you don't need a helmet. What are you wearing a helmet for? Netwing. Okay. Get down. Let go. Oh, yeah, he sort of. I forgot what a tight fit it is in there. Warriorking. And Warriorking, for some reason, I should have taken that out, but that's okay. I don't think there's an EVA report to do, but he should now take a surface sample. Excellent. Collect that surface sample. Well done, sir. Okay, I'll get you back inside. Now, do you need to jump or anything? Oh, no, you can grab it. Nice. Gotta squeeze up there. Board. It's a tight fit, but you're there. Okay. And we're going to head over to the Grasslands. And again, we do have some contracts, right? Fly your first plane. That might be it. That is it. So fly our first plane. And literally, yeah, fly and then land anywhere. Let's do it. So brakes off. And SAS on, throttle up. We're going to put the view on chase. I like that for planes. Let's punch it. It's been a little while since we last saw this plane, but used it a couple of times. Kind of a dorky thing. But I had to build it out of the plane parts that I have. Oh my gosh! Oh gosh, what? This, oh my. Oh my. And that one, I'm sorry, I'm calling that one as an official. I pitched up, and he pitched up much more violently than I expected. Oh gosh, okay. Yeah, so there we go. And I know with Valentina, I put it out there and said, you put it out as a poll to say what should be Valentina's fate when she had her tumbles in the mountains, but I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, Warriorking. I am so sorry. You are our first casualty. We will put out some sort of memorial for you, but I do need to identify what the heck just happened there. Let's recover these bits. Why did that happen? Why did it pitch up so violently? This is a plane we've used a couple times. Yeah, Okay, I mean, I've flown this thing a few times, so I know I have done the adjustments on here, but you see here, nothing's adjusted. Right? Usually on the elevators at the back here, that should only be for pitch, and I usually turn that authority limiter down to like 5 or 6. But especially with the fact that these are really big plane parts for such a small plane, but somehow that had reset. Same thing here. This should be roll. I probably had those down around 5. And the rudder, I'm sure, is the same. That should be just yaw. Oh my gosh. I don't know how that happened. I am sort of annoyed by that, but we're going to live with it. Save that. Okay, next! Not you, Jem. Rob. Okay. Luckily, we now have a number of pilots. I am... Jeepers. Okay, saving that again. This time we'll run the simulation. Let's run the simulation. What the heck? Alright. Okay, so this is just a test flight. We are in simulation mode. But then we will do this. Oh my gosh, okay. Let's just do it. Let's brakes off, punch it. Alright, Rob. See, that's how it should take off. And that's pretty normal feeling, and that's pretty normal feeling, and that's still, actually, that's still a little bit aggressive. They are just big surfaces for this plane. Maybe I'll put this down to like 3? Even that's better. Okay, let's terminate this because this is costing me a little bit of money. James says, I've noticed plane control resets on saved craft recently, starting with 111. Well, yeah, that's a little frustrating. That's something to check in the future, that's for sure. Okay, let's do this. So, Rob DV, you're still our person here, and let's get rid of all. I don't want to even read them. Let's launch. All right, brakes on, lights on. We got to collect that surface sample again because that surface sample went with Warriorking. Let's take off the helmet though. You know, if I just move these control surfaces a little bit further outwards, I don't think it wouldn't be nearly as tight a fit in there. Okay, surface sample. Time warp that away. And this is for science. For science. Oh no, did that contract then? Oh, I think that contract counted as a fail. I don't have that contract anymore. It gave me a fail on it. A fail. No. It wasn't my fault. Honestly, teacher, it wasn't my fault. The dog ate my homework. Okay. SAS on, throttle up. Juno 2. Let's do it. Boom. Yeah, a flag is definitely a good idea. I'm definitely thinking James is suggesting... Oh, wow, sorry. Let's not talk and fly up at the same time. Come on, up, up. Why are you going to the side, you stupid plane? Oh my gosh. It was suggested to plant a flag in Warriorking's honor, and I definitely concur with that idea. Oh, what am I collecting here? Flying low over the shores? I have a pressure scan? Oh, shoot. I do have a... Okay, slow down. I do have a pressure scan over the shores here. I don't know why I have a pressure scan over the shores, but let's collect that. We'll just go around in circles. I thought I'd already done that, but clearly not. I think a flag is a very good idea to honor Warriorking, maybe naming a station after him or something. We'll do something. Okay, we're going to fly around in circles here. This is going to be 13 minutes, but 13 minutes of ×3 time. Maybe I haven't done this yet. I thought I had, but maybe I haven't. I thought, gosh dang it. I am not doing well. That was close. That's why I get altitude before you start doing all this stuff. This is not impressive. And you know what? I'm going to use this as my excuse. I am playing another game on the side that's similar to this one. This is going to be my excuse. And it's in that one that perhaps I did all this stuff and perhaps built a plane that's better than this one. Okay, let's not do 3 times speed. Maybe 2 times speed. Maybe pick up some speed first. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh. That one I don't think was a Kraken. I think this plane isn't quite what I think it is. I'm pretty used to doing this stunt with planes to collect barometer science in Kerbalism of just going around in a circle. And I thought I've done it with this plane before, but I'm thinking I believe I might be thinking about a different game. So I think that's might be what happened there. Should I risk 3 times speed? Because I don't want to spend too much time doing this. 3 times speed. Okay. Seem to be okay. Going around in circles. 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Oh my gosh. And of course, again, at 3 times speed, that shouldn't take too long. We are very slowly losing altitude. Let's see if we can pitch roll a little bit better so we can gain a little bit of altitude. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, Rob did a good job of pulling out of that dive there for a little bit. Okay, 6.5 minutes to go. I do want to collect this stuff. I'm a bit of a completionist. Once I start to collect some science around something, I kind of want to keep going with that. Maybe what I'll do is do kind of what you're seeing me do now, but doing it over different biomes, but I'll do it between the streams so you don't have to sit there watching it, because it does get a little bit monotonous. Oh, I know what. I do have a new mod to show you that I installed. I don't think it's particularly necessary for this one, but it's pretty neat. It is an autopilot. It's right down here. And we will show you how that works in just a little bit. But first I want to collect the remains of this barometer science. So just under 4 minutes to go. Let's get some more altitude. Let's reduce our time warp before we do that. I don't want that. We are spiraling down into the ground. Brian was noticing while I was talking I was getting too close to the ground. There is a 20-second delay in the chat, so by the time you're going, you're going to crash! I've already crashed. Or not a 20-minute delay, a 20-second delay in the chat. Alright, 2 minutes, almost there, and I'll show you how this autopilot thing works. I really like this because flying from A to B between biomes in KSC can get really monotonous. But, and again, if you're like me and you want to get all that science in those different biomes, you're going to do it, aren't you? And the autopilot, I think, makes it easier. And it's very simple to use. So in just a handful of more seconds, we got 40 seconds left on the barometer scan at 3 times speed. I'll show you how it works. 20 seconds. Okay, let's take the time warp off. Come around here. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get myself going westward here, just generally in the direction I want to go. There we go. And I'll turn on, actually I think, yeah, no, that's not, yes. Don't need these craft settings. But what I do want is to get into this cruise control and turn on the GUI. I haven't really played with it too much yet. Let's turn the craft settings off, actually. This is what I want, this cruise control flight thing. So what you can do is you can set it, right now it's just set to do level flight. So if I just put on the master switch, boom, what it does is it maintains the heading I was just on, right? And just does level flight. So it's just keeping the flight level. If I put it on here, you'll see it's doing a very good job of keeping the flight level at the altitude that I was at. Let's reduce throttle here a little bit. It's going kind of fast. If you put it on terrain, of course, it bounces around because the terrain is undulated underneath there. So, yeah, that's pretty neat. Now, if you want to, you can even increase the altitude here. You can set your altitude. Right now, it's set to 1,000 meters, but it's not engaged. I can see now, let's put this on here. Let's put this at 2,500 meters. So 2,500 meters. And then put on the vertical control. It says control vertical motion. And if I put that on, off it goes, up to 2,500 meters. And then when it gets there, it should level off. And there's, by the way, advanced icons here that you can control how quickly it's going to pitch up and how quickly it's going to... I'm not going to get into all of that, but you can control it much more finely. If you want to, you can also change your heading. Right now, my heading is 270. What if I wanted to change it to go a little bit more towards the north, say 315? So if I change this to 315 and put on the heading, off it goes in that direction. And what's really nice is you can just set a heading, set an altitude, and just let it go and put on the time warp and make yourself a sandwich. And whenever you're bored of it, just, you know, if you want to take off the master switch and now it's back to you. You have to make sure to put that SAS back on pretty quickly and get control of your craft. Pretty neat. I like it. So if you are someone like me that you get bored on those long distance flights and want to just set an autopilot, set a heading, put it on the big 4x speed and then just not worry about it, I think this autopilot thing is for you. Now, I don't know. In all of that, we were collecting science. Yes, we are collecting science low over the grasslands. So let's take care of that. But then I think we're probably going to be calling this one at this point, once all of this press map barometer science is collected. I was thinking maybe I would land down there in the biome down there and collect some stuff from the surface of the grasslands, but to be honest, I don't know. I'm not feeling too good. I've had lots of things going wrong. These landing gear I always find sketchy. I hate them so much. So maybe when I get better landing gear, we'll go and do some landings in some better biomes. Or maybe I'll just do it on my own between the streams because it does get a little bit monotonous. But let's finish off these. Whoa, it did it again. Whoa, hang on. Here we go. Oh, I need more throttles, what I need. That's what's going wrong. There we go. It's stalling. That's better. Okay. But maybe that's, you know, maybe that's something to do between the streams, is go around and collect all this kind of science. But we'll finish off this barometer one. It's got about 10 minutes to go. And then we'll land it back on the runway. But honestly, this plane hasn't filled me full of confidence to be doing this on live you know, and not doing reverts and all that kind of stuff. And sort of, planes are always, I find, the sketchiest thing. It's always sort of funny with, you know, I find in Kerbal Space Program that going around in space and landing on different moons and planets and all that kind of stuff, compared to, as far as the reliability of it, compared to flying a plane, planes, I think, are the sketchiest thing in the game. Rob is not going to vomit. Rob has intestines of steel. At least we got a nice, healthy altitude here. And I know people are watching this waiting for me to crash again. I've come close now a couple times. And given his predecessor, I don't know how comfortable Rob should be feeling, but thankfully, we got lots of Kerbals now. That's a terrible thing to say. When I lost Val, I was really upset. You know, one of the original foursomes. And then we rescued a pile of Kerbals. Killed one of them. I mean, I wasn't overjoyed by it, but well, yeah, I'll get over it. I hope other people the same way. When it comes to the 4 that you start with in the game, you kind of want to keep them protected, but people that you hire, I mean, I'm not frivolous with them, but if things happen, stuff happens. All right, just about 3 minutes left. I'm feeling good about my spirals now. I think that's why it stalled out before. I think I need to have this throttle on full to have the speed enough to do this turn, or else it just stalls. 2.5 minutes. And 2 minutes. And I play Microsoft. I got Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I think flying planes in Kerbal Space Program is sketchier than what's meant to be a real sim. Then again, I don't play it on the super hard levels. And of course, those planes are real planes, not planes that I've slapped together. Alright, let's see here. We're going to start heading back. Got about 30 seconds left on that pressure scan, so we'll just come around. There is the Kerbal Space Center. We'll bring this into the runway. Call her a day. All that's left to see is, can I land this thing safely? And how much science do we get? Okay, barometer is done. All that science for us. Let's slow down. Coming in at warp 1 is probably not a good plan. Let's just cut this off entirely. Okay, lined up well. Still a little fast. We can sort of do a little bit of these to slow ourselves down. It's nice when you get those Weasleys with the reverse thrust mode. There we go. Okay, and down there, come on, down on the runway you go. Couple off. Ooh, just kissing it. And braking. Okay, we're down. We're down. Let's put on the brakes. There we go. Rob has shown how it is done. A little bit to the side, but we're okay. Just waiting for the stop so we can recover. Alright, and recover.